Johnny boy!
What up?
What up with it?
Not much.
I have not. We haven't had a solo like hangout time chillcast for like a hot minute.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Johnny, but let me tell you what. Johnny boy, my bro, you're doing just so like wonderful great on the silver linings approach to everything as I continuously bitch this morning about the things that I just
trust me. Trust me. There's aspects in my life that I bitch about. Like there's people that are a pain in the ass in my life that I fucking don't particularly like, but you know,
okay.
You gotta find silver linings in a lot of things. Just
you gotta find silver linings. So
well, everyone, not everyone's gonna be
like
good to you and or everything.
Listen.
So it's like, yeah, you gotta figure out what to do.
So this is actually something that I have been doing.
What's up?
Super short, obviously. We know this. You've experienced visiting and having me and Aisha ask you to constantly reach stuff and do things for us that we can't do for ourselves. But silver lining of being 5 foot nothing super short, I always have leg room in an airplane.
That's true. I've never really been on a commercial flight, so I don't know what that's like.
Universe. Send Johnny and I on a vacation somewhere. Where are we gonna go?
I've had options. I mean, I've just never I've had options to go to like Mexico and stuff. It just never interests me. So
well, we're gonna go somewhere for some party time podcast, something or other. I don't know. Also, the silver lining that we are going, Johnny, let's just talk about this for a hot second. I'm getting ready to move, and the apartment that I'm moving into has been vacant for a while, they said, and has a nice like, hey, month free move in, whatever, because it's been vacant for a while. And I didn't ask why it's been vacant for a while, but I hope it's haunted.
Well, it's either somebody trashed the fucking place, like
no,
just
I wouldn't
absolutely
look
trashed. No, but like that's probably, it's either that happened because it's been vacant for a while, so they've been fixing it up. Or,
no, it's because I went in there to go look at the place, and she said nobody's been in there to do like a cleanup for a while. So she's like, you might have to like do like, because they had it cleaned. Because whenever whoever moved out or whatnot, she's like, they had it cleaned, but they haven't since then, and it's been vacant for a while. So it's, I don't know. Listen, it sounded fun to me. I didn't ask. I will ask.
You should.
Maybe there's a part of me that just really didn't want to be disappointed immediately if I asked and she said no. It's like, but I do hope. I hope it's haunted because what? I
was gonna say, if they told, you're not really the person that if they said that it's potentially haunted that you would care.
No, I'm so excited about it. I want it to be haunted because again, if we were sitting in the middle of a podcast and having a chat and all of a sudden something in my vicinity just like moved or something got thrown across the screen and I'm home alone in my apartment, I would be so fucking excited.
Well, like I told you,
let's monetize that shit. Put it on YouTube. Somebody, please.
Well, like I told you,
let my apartment be haunted.
Right, with the renting and stuff like that, they don't have to tell you like the renting history, like what happened there. They don't necessarily have to tell you.
Don't they? They don't have to disclose that like houses?
I don't think so because the people next
I'm going to be gross and blow my nose on the podcast.
That's fine.
Sorry. I have allergies.
But no, you're good. You're good. But like the apartment next to me, like we talked about that.
Yeah.
The people that live there don't have any knowledge of anything like that happening. So
they
No, they don't disclose that. Like I don't think they have to.
I'm gonna move in and I'm just gonna go knock on some of my neighbors' doors and be like, hey, who died in my apartment?
Right. I don't think you'll have to.
But I want to frame it like that. I'm gonna like, hey, I just moved into 414 or whatever. Like, can you,
you'll see people in passing like doing a lot.
No, but I'm gonna ask.
Yeah.
Who died in my apartment? And that's how I'm gonna say it and just wait for because like either they're gonna answer it, right? Or they're gonna think that I'm crazy weird for asking a weird question like that and give me a funny look, which is equally entertaining to me.
I think they might do both.
I hope so.
I'm guessing they're gonna do both.
That would be fun too.
The funny look and the weird look is gonna be like to begin with, and then they're gonna realize you're serious, and then they're gonna be like, oh, okay. And then they'll answer your question.
And then I will officially have made myself the scary bitch on the floor.
Yeah, and then as soon as they hear your deadbolt unlocked, they'll run down the fucking hallway.
They're gonna be bolting to get away from me.
What the fuck is going on here?
I'm so excited for this. Oh, I'm so glad that we're having this conversation. This makes me so much more excited to move now that I have the opportunity to just go somewhere and be the weird shit in people's lives.
I mean, how long has it been vacant? How many years? Did you say years?
I don't know. She didn't say. But like it's been vacant long enough that it's a month free and that it's like $75 off a month of what they normally would rent it out, which is like, hey, universe, thanks for the yay me good deal opportunity situation. But also, if I could get some YouTube videos of shit moving in my apartment out of the deal, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
See, but I'm saying this now, and then I'll post this podcast episode, and then something will happen, and people will be like, well, it's fake because they were talking about it before, and she just wanted it to, and then nobody's going to believe me.
You're right. Did they perhaps have brand new carpet put in? I was going to say, but now that you're saying,
now that you're saying that, I'm like, I did remember thinking that I don't think this carpet is the same as Aisha's apartment, and it's her same apartment complex.
Relatively stain free too. For being a pet-friendly apartment building, I'm guessing the carpets aren't going to be spotless.
I can't wait. I hope there is such a great story to that. I hope people are avoiding that apartment when they come from either side of because it's in the middle
of
the hall. I'm like, I hope they're all avoiding it from either side because it's haunted and weird. I hope. Oh man, can I please live in The Shining for just a little bit?
Just ask your landlord if they put in carpet. Just ask that. Does this apartment new? Well, just be like, since this place has been vacant for a while, is there new carpet put in?
Well, but I've been in because I looked at
it. Yeah, just be like, is that carpet?
Is this new?
Is that brand new carpet? Because that'll open up to a lot of fucking reasons why they put carpet in.
Do you know? I should ask Aisha. Okay. Sorry, now I'm putting this together in my mind. So she looked at last year. She thought about getting a slightly bigger apartment. She's like, because there's an apartment open and it's on the top floor. It's on the 4th floor or whatever. And I can't remember if it was just that. I don't know if it was something about the ceilings or what. I don't know. Aisha has weird reasons she decides that things are not sufficient. I don't understand.
The ceilings? Okay.
I don't know. I think that was something that she said. I remember her talking something about the ceilings. I don't know. Okay. But she did look at an apartment and decide not to switch into it because she's like, oh yeah, they have this apartment that's been vacant for a while because she was talking to the manager person of the complex or whatever. So now I'm going to I can't wait to find out if that was the apartment that she looked at and it has been vacant that long, because that would be it was like a year ago that she looked at a different apartment. And if this is the apartment that has been vacant forever waiting for me and there's just hauntedness in it, I'm so excited.
I'm just saying, usually if the carpet's changed out and it's been vacant for a while, it might raise some questions.
I'm gonna have to start going through old archives of the 𝓕𝓻𝓿𝓼 County what do you call it?
You're gonna start pulling BBs out of the roof and shit.
I mean, you never know. It's maybe I don't know. Maybe the ceilings were just recently redone was what Aisha was talking about because there's bullet holes in them. I don't know.
The shade of beige seems to be different than this
over here. We were covering up some blood spatter just a little bit.
They just painted that little bit, not the whole room.
I'm just so excited for it. What a wonderful thing.
You never know. I mean, like I said, there's been some creepy shit going on next door, but this seems to be okay. I don't know what's coming.
I mean, listen, make my life a little bit more interesting and have me be haunted for a while. Why not?
Yeah.
Give me something good to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah.
let me have to buy a bunch of GoPros to set up static cams in the apartment and watch things move at night or whatever. You know, let me do my own paranormal caught on camera for a little while.
Right. But like,
what were the other silver linings though that we were looking at?
What did we say? Oh, living on the third and fourth floor.
Yes, Jonny has determined I am not allowed to use the elevator to take Lucy out.
To go down, you can go down, but I'm just saying you got to like going up is more of a workout than going down. It's a trade-off.
It's a trade-off, and
you're not an 80-year-old woman, so do it while you can.
Some days I feel like
because you won't be able to
do it while you can. Climb those stairs while you can.
That's my philosophy in life. Is if there's a stairwell, like if it's in a convenient spot, like where I can go to it and walk up the stairs, other than an elevator or an escalator, I can do it now in my life. So why the fuck would I take an elevator? You know what I mean? Walk up the stairs isn't gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt any of them.
I think most people though are probably of the opposite mindset, that they would rather take an elevator. Do you not? Okay, you don't like elevators.
But what mindset would you say that? Well, hold on. Like that is like a thing where I do not like elevators. It's more of a claustrophobic thing. I'm pretty claustrophobic.
See, but here again, you know, you don't fit in the elevator as well as my short ass fits in the elevator, so it's less upsetting for me.
Oh, trust me, if I got stuck into an elevator even by myself, it would be a fucking problem. Like I would freak out just as much as I would freak out if there was 5 people. But that's more about like claustrophobia. If I'm stuck in a box, that will not be cool. Like I'll just freak out.
Stuck on an elevator with
that.
Like, because I want it to be a magical little enchanting movie moment, and it's not going to be like we said. You're going to be stuck on an elevator with somebody who's got like explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, you want that picture perfect movie moment where you get stuck on an elevator with Brad Pitt. It's like it's never going to happen.
I mean, I want to get stuck on an elevator with Lady Gaga, and we become best friends. And like
I said, you're going to be
never going to happen.
You're going to come down from your yearly hospital visit, and you're going to be stuck in an elevator with patient 0 that they can't figure out what the fuck they're hacking up. That's who you're going to be stuck in.
You're going to be ground zero for the zombie apocalypse. Is how that's going to go.
Pretty much. I mean, you're going to get stuck in an elevator with people you do not want to get stuck in an elevator.
Okay, fair enough.
90% of the time, you'll not like.
Well, listen, the silver lining is that now I will be in an apartment and I will have the opportunity to ride the elevator, potentially get stuck, and see what happens. It'll be a fun experiment in how often do I get stuck in an elevator with anyone that is entertaining to be stuck in an elevator with, and how often is it nightmare scenario.
Oh, I dated a chick in town here. And she, if you ever go downtown, like, have you ever been to Rhombus Guys? Like inside Rhombus Guys?
Yeah.
You know those apartments above it?
Yeah.
She used to live, Rhombus Guys is closer to Broadway. She lived in the apartment buildings, like way on the corner, like towards 25th.
I love Fargo inside baseball. So much fun.
Well, you would know where.
Yeah, I would know. Nobody listening knows.
Well, like. It's just part of the story.
It's apartments above a business.
Yeah, and she lived in a building that they turned into an apartment building, but I think it used to be like retail shops, like all the way up.
Okay.
Or whatever, and it was elevator. And I went over to hang out at her house.
Don't tell me that an elevator stops you from your Tinder hookups.
No, it didn't. But
no, it didn't.
But when she called that elevator, I looked at it like, you're fucking serious right now? Like it's like a coffin with it's tiny. That building was made in the early 1900s.
Okay.
So it used to have tiny people. You know what I mean? It's like
whatever. There's still tiny people. Hi, hello.
I don't give a fuck. Like getting into that elevator, being stuck in that fucking thing. I'd rather take the stairs.
Johnny Boy is the Viking who landed in the 𝓕𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓴𝓲 area, in the 𝓕𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓴𝓲 land,
And like escalators
doesn't fit. What's the thing with escalators? Why
I just think they're dumb. I just think they're dumb. It's like,
can I tell you what?
Fucking, like, it's like, come on, you can walk up a flight of fucking stairs. If you can if you can hop your ass on an escalator, you can hobble.
Oh, you know what I love? I love the moving sidewalks at airports when you can like walk and
dumb.
like you're like I mean, super fun.
In an airport, it's almost necessary because you gotta walk so fucking long with your luggage and shit. I wouldn't I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Like carrying all your luggage and walking that far. Yeah, I get that. Take whatever assistance you get.
It's not a good time. Yeah.
That's why they got shuttle systems and shit. Take the shuttle. I get it.
You know what I mean? Okay, so escalators.
And escalators to me is just, I don't know. It's more of a thing where I don't necessarily like them just because I see like people like losing their fucking footing and shit on them all the time, and it's like, oh, you're just gonna go tumbling down.
There's a little bit of a like danger element or paranoia sort of. Well, when I think of escalators, honestly,
not so much with escalators, but with elevators, yes. Escalators to me it just seem kind of dumb because it's like it's a flight of stairs that moves you. You can just go down the stairs. You can hop like I said, if you can get your ass on an escalator, chances are you can walk down the stairs.
I'm not sure if I'm making this up in my brain.
What's up?
So what I was thinking of was, did you ever watch X-Files? This is gonna be
I mean, I'm probably not gonna know what episode.
Johnny boy, this is gonna be such a dumb little sidebar type conversation.
Well, let's hear it.
That you and I would absolutely have.
Okay.
So the second episode of the X-Files is the liver eater episode. This like, I don't know, the actor that plays it is always like this kind of creep ass character, but he's some kind of mutant something that like eats people's livers. He's got like jaundiced skin and weird eyes and like whatever, could like crunch himself small to like climb through like vents in people's houses and stuff and get in, and like this episode scared the shit out of me basically.
But
they capture him, they get him, they put him in like a mental institution type location, he's locked up, whatever. Eventually there's another episode later where he gets out, and I don't know how it happens, but like he's doing his like hidey hole bendy whatever he does, and like gets somehow into like the escalator rigging or something, and like I don't know, that's how he ends up dying, is he's crunched up in the escalator. I don't know, that's what my brain thinks of. And so like when I think of like, is there a problem with an escalator, are you upset, I think like massive, like horrible fatal incident.
Not really. I just think it's
X-Files for whatever, like that's just what my brain does.
I just think escalators are somewhat unnecessary, but to be honest, I've only been in one place where I've seen an unnecessary escalator, and that is in Fargo in the JCPenney store. One escalator in the mall. It's like, why?
And that's the only way that you can get upstairs, though, all the time.
Yeah, it's fucking. Well, you can take the elevator too, but it's dumb.
But you don't want to do that.
No, I used to tell my mom no. Like when she would want me to go up there and look at shoes. It's like, nah, just pick. You know my size. Just pick up.
Go pick them. I don't care. I'm not using the escalator, and I'm not getting in that elevator with you.
Well, well, first of all, it was like it was for a wedding. It was for a wedding, so it's like, well, they're gonna be black shoes. Who gives a shit? Just pick them up.
Pause for a second.
What's up?
Okay, I know you don't want to get stuck in an elevator. I know you hate
No, not at all.
What if you were to get stuck in an elevator with your mom, though?
Oh God.
I think I would. Because no, listen. Would your desire to drive her the fuck nuts override your?
I don't know if she would.
And upset of being in the elevator.
Oh, trust me, I don't know if I would be the one driving her nuts.
No, how do you think that would go?
My mom tends to be a lot. You know what I mean?
I suddenly have a desire to set up a very sort of punked situation where you get trapped in an elevator with Cindy, and we have just GoPros watching the two of you stuck in an elevator. Cindy's like probably very chill. Man. She's like getting on her phone and doing the like, well, we got to call, we got to do this. And John's like already just.
I mean, I'd probably like be a little frantic right away, and then I'd probably be able to chill out for like an hour, and then I'd probably freak out if they
hour?
haven't got us out at that point. I'd be like, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. You know what I mean? But like that's regardless if she's there. You know what I mean? Like my mom, she drives me nuts in a different way. You know what I mean? Like
if you're stuck in an elevator with your mom, chances are pretty good that she has some variety of snacks on her person.
Well,
right? So she's right. You may or may not recently have been shopping. She's probably got something to eat. So you're gonna be good. She's probably got beverages, right? I mean,
I was gonna say okay, but yeah, I don't know. She might like. I don't think she carries like snacks and stuff like that or beverages, but like
I just imagine
I don't know
that,
what
like,
she
you're
would
stuck
have
in the elevator
purse.
because you've been like shopping somewhere or something, and you're like, because that would be a thing that I can just imagine. Like that would happen to me. I would just be stuck in an elevator with all my groceries.
Hey, fucking party on. Snack a little bit. If you got a drink and some snacks, why not? I mean, the stuff that's frozen is probably done
see
for
now,
if it doesn't.
No. Here we go. See this?
That's the silver lining.
No, but this is I was sure that's a silver lining, but like I was gonna say that's a great idea for some little like episode of an I don't know what that we could like write up, like so people are, what are they doing? They went shopping to go to like the Super Bowl. They got a bunch of Super Bowl snack type stuff. They get stuck in an elevator and they end up like having Super Bowl party in the elevator or something like that.
I don't know how much of a party.
I say that now, and next year someone somewhere is gonna like make the commercial for halftime show in the Super Bowl where exactly that shit happens, and I'm gonna be like, that was my idea. I said that before.
Yeah.
And then I will be my dad. I thought of it first.
But it's like, I don't know. I don't know how much of a party that would be. Because chances are you like.
Obviously, the biggest problem is that there's no bathroom.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem a lot sooner than you think.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
Especially if you decide to crack open all the snacks.
Right. And it's, somebody coming.
Fun when the firemen come and rescue you, right? Like, then it's like.
Sure. I mean, once you're out of there, it's like, sure, yay. But once you.
Oh, no, I'm saying, like, you can, offer them some snacks. Like, they can join the party. It's a good time. It'll be the cutest little 60-second commercial in the whole Super Bowl halftime next year. It's going to be great.
I don't think I would be in that much of a Robin Hood kind of mood. You know what I mean? I'd probably just grab my stuff and go.
Running out and never ever getting on an elevator ever again.
Yeah, I'd go to my apartment immediately and just not want to see anybody. If I had to get stuck in an elevator with people and
self-isolating for a while, I was trapped with
because
in a box.
I'm just not that person. Like when I hear sirens and shit, people drive by to look at it. I can fucking care less. You know what I mean? Like
you don't looky-loo, small town burbs, looky-loo?
Fuck no. I stay in my apartment. Don't plug up the road. What is wrong with people?
Well, I'm thinking more like the burbs neighborhood, sort of like I am a people watcher.
Like if the cops are next door a lot, like across. I live in West Fargo, so I'm like there's apartments on both sides of the street.
You're in the ghetto.
Not really. I mean, my apartment's older, but it's not ghetto. Like it's done up on the inside. It looks old. It's old on the outside.
And next
it's like
door,
an old brick
in the building next door, you've got some interesting things happening.
Well, I tell people all the time, like my cousin used to live over there, and I explained to him that it's basically when you cross over from South Korea into North Korea.
That's basically the situation.
My apartment is South Korea, and then that apartment is North Korea.
Well,
because it's just chaos and backstabbing and nosy fucks. It's terrible over there. Everyone over here keeps to themselves. It's great.
It's great. Well,
who gives a shit? High school was over a long time ago for me.
High school was over a long time ago.
It was.
It's I'm with you. I get that.
Being petty.
But I do also love the burbs element of like watching, there's an ambulance down the road and what's going on down there.
Trust me, my neighbor downstairs could be a serial killer and I would never know it because I've never met him. And he's been living there for probably a good year. I might have said hello in passing, but I didn't
I mean,
stop to ask him his name or what he does. I don't care.
Johnny, that's plausible deniability. You don't, better that you don't know so you don't get questioned by the cops too many times, right?
I mean, I know I've lived here for a long time, so most of the people that have lived here when I moved in have moved. I know maybe 1 or 2 people in my apartment building. Like, say things too, and I don't see. And I don't go knocking on door. One guy knocked on my door for a cup of flour one time when I moved in. I don't fucking have a cup of flour right now, dude. You know what I mean? It's like he's dead. He died in the apartment next to me. I don't know if he got killed or hey. Well, that's one that I'm not sure. Hold on. He definitely died. He definitely died in that. No, hold on. He definitely died in that apartment because I heard them drilling out his lock one day after a fucking welfare check.
How do you do this all the time where like you are in normal, everything is boring and chill land until, oh yeah, but P.S. by the way, that dude died and
but it had nothing to do with me.
I know, but you act like there's no shit going on in your world, and then like, oh yeah, but there could be a haunted apartment down the hall for me because somebody died and or was murdered. I'm not
hold on,
sure which.
Like my thing with that guy is like we would just talk to each other in passing, right? And then I don't know if he like started. He was kind of like he used to drink a lot, so I don't know if he like went full tilt drinking or he did that and drugs because the last time I saw him, he looked so rough. And then next thing I know, there's a welfare check one day, and then I'm sitting there and I hear them drilling on his lock, and he died. He definitely died. Definitely.
Okay.
100%. I don't know if he killed himself or he died because of an overdose or what. Didn't ask. It's none of my business.
Sorry, now I just had to my brain just did a lot of domino things just now.
Well, that wasn't a violent crime. You know what I mean? So it didn't.
No, I understand, but like this is also kind of like one of the fears that I have that like, me and my single ass is just gonna be dead in my apartment for so long. My dog's gonna start to eat me. Nobody's gonna notice, kind of thing. Do you know that story though about there's a documentary. Oh god, now I'm gonna have to go find it. We're gonna have to watch this and have a conversation about it. No, seriously. I can't. It was maybe in the 90s. I can't remember when, but I want to say it was in the UK somewhere, but this woman because this woman died in her apartment, her flat. It was like some kind of I don't know if it was public housing or something like that. She was dead in there for like 3 years before anyone found her. Mm-hmm.
Well, there's
have you heard that? Have you seen that documentary? And
I haven't seen that documentary, but I have heard interviews about death janitors. Have you ever heard of those people?
I want to be one.
It's where they go clean up. They clean up suicide crime scenes. Like they go clean up like the bodies and the mess and stuff like that.
Okay, I may not actually want to do that because gross, but I'm fascinated by.
It is gross because
Aisha's got that one friend out in California who's a body collector for a morgue or something, or I don't remember, a funeral home or something, but and has told crazy stories of.
But that's the thing. It's it's never going to be a thing that's going to be cool. It's going to stink. You're going to be cleaning up decomp bodies that are half decomposed.
This is why
they're not going to be bones.
Right. I want to get that guy on the podcast because it's Aisha's friend, because he was born with no sense of smell or something. Like he's got whatever that is where you don't have a sense of smell. So they send him to the worst body collections.
There's a story there's a story that a death janitor he said that there was a drip that would drip on this lady's back, and she thought it was a leaky faucet. And they got called in there, and they went up there to check if his stuff was leaking. He was dead, and he basically because you'll liquefy. Basically,
I know, yeah.
You know what I mean? So he seeped through a seep a crack in the floor, and it was decomposed body dripping on her back.
How
disgusting.
Okay, but how long do you?
He was there for a long time.
Yeah,
a while, weeks.
Liquefied that much,
and it's summer.
That much.
Well, it probably only takes a week or two because it's summertime. Your AC is not on. It's hot as fuck.
This is where the forensics brain of like gets into, you know, the. Have we talked about that? We've talked about I think it's those places where you can like donate your body to forensic science, and they just like leave you out in the elements in various different
do tests on
places.
You
see how your body decomposes or how
like
different
when they like different elements and stuff, like hot, cold,
right. So like
that, like
what are the different things? Like how long do you need to be? I don't know. Here, again, the burbs Skip with his ice.
How long does it take you to freeze to death? Stuff like that. Like how long does it take your body to solidify?
To turn into that much drippy? That's just disgusting. It is.
It probably like, but that's why a lot of
disgusting, and I'm fascinated at the science of it.
Yeah, but that's why a lot, like when you listen to like serial killers and interviews and stuff like that, or watch like body cam footage of like when they find like serial killers like houses and stuff. Basically, if you hold on
YouTube.
Well, no, like true crime show. No, true crime shows. They always have the body cam footage, always. Like that chapter.
I haven't watched. No, I have not.
I was gonna say, watch that chapter. It's body cam footage. It's news clippings. It's pretty much everything. Like there's blurred out stuff, but you're watching a body cam walk through a house. But anyway, like that's why serial killers and stuff like that, where they're at, when they do it, they'll turn the heat all the way up. Like if it's summertime or whatever, they'll still turn the heat all the way up because then your body will decompose a lot faster. That's why the Iceman froze bodies, because he couldn't tell when they were killed.
Right. Yeah. No. I was just thinking.
It's the same concept. If you liquefy and stuff like that. I was
just thinking yesterday about my favorite serial killer, 𝓕𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓭𝓪.
Yeah. There was a method to that. Like it wasn't just him doing shit. You know what I mean?
Okay, so now we've devolved from silver linings into serial killer land.
Well, like Death Janitor,
yeah. Okay, that's it. That is not a job title though. That can't be Death Janitor.
That's what they call it. That's what they call it. It's basically. It's basic. I think
Janitor, new band name, called it.
Yeah, but like that's what they call themselves. They call themselves Death Janitors because I think
I want to talk to a Death Janitor.
Well,
we need to get a Death Janitor on Day of Fun.
Yeah, but I think they're important because they're the first people allowed on scene.
Oh, no, absolutely. And I mean, listen, vultures are some of my favorite animals because they're nature's cleanup crew. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, for sure. But like them, I think they just work for the coroner's office, and that's what they do. They work for the coroner. Yeah, but it's something to do. He said they have more authority to the scene than some people because they can go on scene, and I don't know, it's something to do. But he said it's also disgusting in other ways because
it's all disgusting.
No, because of hoarding.
Oh,
he said people hoard everything, or they'll piss in bottles for years, put them everywhere. You know what I mean? He said sometimes, and that's your job also. When you go clean up a crime scene, guess what? You get to dump out bottles upon bottles of piss that have been, and that's what he said. You get to sit there and just dump out piss for like an hour. It's gross.
No, thank you.
But he said basically that's your job. You clean up the whole scene, not just the body.
Now, I was for a hot second going to say that I should switch professions and go into that job just to check it out for a while, but then you started talking about bottles of piss.
But that's the thing.
And now I'm out.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You get to clean up. You basically get to clean up like a lot.
It's not all finding like crazy.
It's gross.
Because if anybody, if you were going to find awesome treasures at a wonderfully
he said
state or something like that, that's not
Yeah. Well,
that's not the kind of shit you're going to get called to do.
Yeah, he said basically the ones that are at that point of decomp are the ones that really have no family or anyone to notify anyone.
But again, that's the thing I'm saying. Like the woman who was in her apartment for 3 fucking years and nobody
but he also
looking for her, nobody's checking on her. Like there was they had to.
But he also
they had because the mail had piled up. Like I think they had to take the door off the hinges to get in because the mail had been whoever was continuing to put they were continuing to put mail through the slot of the and it had piled up so much in front of the door they couldn't open the door.
But but he said also those are the people that are hoarding also because there's no one there checking to see what they're doing. So he said
tell you that, like, hey, grandma, maybe you shouldn't be keeping all these newspapers because
he said
full of rats.
Yeah. Well, he said they would hoard themselves basically out of like the toilet, and he said they would just use the tub as the toilet, basically. Like hoarders are disgusting. Like disgusting.
I mean, glad that I am getting rid of so much stuff while I'm moving.
Watch Hoarders sometime.
No, I have seen Hoarders. I don't want to watch Hoarders, and I don't want to be a desk janitor anymore, no matter how cool the name sounds.
But it's like you're cleaning up, like just like if you ever see an episode of Hoarders, go watch the worst Hoarders you've ever seen, and then add a dead body to it.
And then add a dead body, and then
pretty much that's been there for 2 weeks with no one to check it. So it's like you're cleaning up a lot of gross, you know.
Well, in any case, I still really do hope that my new apartment is haunted.
Yeah, I mean,
ladies and gentlemen, do cross your fingers for me and hope that I have a haunted apartment and we will be telling haunted stories, and that I'll be sitting doing a podcast with Jonny and have a guest, and something will fly across the screen that I did not throw because the demon in the apartment is getting frisky on podcast recording.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing too. It's like even if your place is haunted, it's almost 100% haunted by an asshole.
It's never going to be haunted by somebody.
Yeah, it's never going to be somebody you want.
Hey, do you want to know what the winning lotteries are?
Right.
Winning lottery numbers are for next week? Like that's never get good ghosts.
It's going to be like that friend that you see walking up to you at a party. You know what I mean?
That's not a friend. That is an acquaintance you wish you did not have. That's
But you got to be, you can't tell everyone to fuck off. You got to be friendly with some
people. Can't tell everyone to fuck off.
I mean, you want to.
You got to be nice to some. You want to. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I do. But you can't.
But some people you're just like, oh, fuck me. You know what I mean? When they're walking up to you.
I'm going to make friends with my ghost. Me and my ghost are going to be besties. It's going to be a good time.
There would be a lot of yelling, I think, if my shit was haunted. Like, I'd yell at my ghost, I think, a lot.
Johnny boy, listen, let me tell you what, I scream into the ether all day, every day anyway. So it doesn't make any difference.
I'd be threatening to fight it. If
there is a ghost in my house, at least there's somebody else other than me and the voices in my head listening to the conversation and joining in now and then. Like,
but my thing is, it would just be there just to knock shit off my shelves every once in a while, and that's not something.
Oh, that would be but I could start playing games with my ghosts. Like, I'm gonna set up these dominoes on the counter, knock them over whenever you feel like. Wouldn't that be a fun little game? And then we'd be sitting on our podcast thing, and you would hear little dominoes go all of a sudden, and I'd be like, "Oh, my ghost is here! Knocked over the dominoes."
Yeah, I don't know if I'd treat it that welcoming. If you're smashing my plates, I don't know how cool
I love the sound of breaking glass. Smash my dishes. I don't care. Make sure that the static cam is facing in whatever direction you happen to be smashing the plate so that I can put that shit on YouTube.
Right. I would probably just insult it. You know what I mean? Call it bad names.
I want to make friends with my ghost, and Jonny just wants to turn it into a poltergeist.
Well, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna make noise and maybe grab me in the middle of the night. Okay.
I have a Ouija board. I'll leave the Ouija board out, move the Ouija board planchette at whatever time you want. I will keep track of the letters that you're doing on a whiteboard on my fridge, and eventually we'll get some sentences, words, whatever to come out of it. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be great.
Right.
Well, hey, thanks so much for this fun little impromptu. Yay us. We haven't hung out for a hot second for today's fun podcast. Rock and roll. Johnny boy. Having a good old time. Thanks everyone for joining us on our, I don't, did we intro this? I'll put the intro out.
No, it's just day fun.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just realizing now for like editing purposes, well, whatever, it's okay. We'll put the intro.
Well, we did an intro, didn't we? We had an intro.
Yes, no, we do. It just, it's fine, whatever. Everybody can deal with it. If you can edit my podcast better than I can, people come on over and do it.
I was gonna say,
like, bring me that assistance.
Right.
For me, I need it. But anyway,
you have to do a minimum of 6 of them before we can be convinced that you could do it.
Yes, I agree with that. 100%.
For sure.
But anyway, I've been Haleigh.
I've been Jonny.
And this has been Jonny, Haleigh,
Day of Fun.
Check us out on Patreon, y'all. Jonny Haleigh I know the dates. Patreon.com. I don't even go to the links in the description.
We got a Patreon, all kinds of shit.
Can't remember my shit. Go to the links in the description. You'll find it. Peace out, y'all.
Later.
Special thanks to the Parapost Network for the support of their community. Check out all the great podcasts on the Parapost Network on Facebook.